Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Coffee Corner. I'm trying to get myself comfortable, so does Bob. So here we go. I've been back to school for a month and a half, and I'm still teaching online, but I have to physically be there to teach online, which is fine. I enjoy being in a classroom by myself. I have a very nice, huge classroom. The funny thing is, when you go back to work and then you will constantly get asked, how's it going? And I hate this question because sometimes I don't know if I should just say, yeah, pretty good, thanks. What about you? Or should I elaborate on my day? How is it really going? And I got confused. But now I'm getting better at answering that question. So pretty good. How about you? Or something like that. I know I kind of know when they want to listen to my stories, when they don't really. But again, occasionally I still make mistakes, and when I get nervous or when I don't know what to say, I tend to overshare a lot, which is really not a good thing to do. And you never overshare, especially when it comes to your personal matters, right? Anyway, so when they asked me how's it going, and I was thinking, pretty good. There's a lot of things going on, and but I'm quite happy about my life. I'm very lucky. I got a permanent position at school, which is another funny thing. We have a whole bunch of teachers applying for this position, but only a few got it. And because funding wise, they've cut a few programs. That means some of the teachers actually they got hired for the position, but they haven't got their contract yet. And then the funding plan came out, and then they had to kind of like say, "Yo, I'm very sorry that we won't have positions for you anyway." Then one of my colleagues, she was a temp teacher there as well, and then of course she took a different direction, and she's gone. So when she called me, she said, "Did you get a permanent position?" I said, "Yes, I did." And then she said, "Oh, you're really lucky." First, when I heard that, I kind of feel like, why do you say so? Why is it because I'm lucky when I get this position? Why can't that be? I work really hard. I'm very excellent, and I got a position anyway. So I didn't want to dwell on that. I just kind of like, okay, let it go. And but the more I think about what she said, the more I feel it's hard to tell how I feel about when people give the and then I constantly think about uh black-handed compliment. I don't know if that's one of those. There's just saying you get your position because you're lucky. Anyway, um so back to how's it going? I'm pretty good. How's it going? I tend to overshare a lot of things. Like sometimes I have like not health problems, but like a health concerns. My hands are my hands have been very swollen that I couldn't really bend well. So I start to wear a wrist splint to support my wrists during the day, especially when I type things. I've been on computer a lot, and during sleep as well. But then people start saying, "Oh yeah, I saw you that," and in that situation, should I share like what's really going on with myself, or should I just kind of say, yeah, it's just trying to get some support for my wrist and nothing really serious, or you want to really elaborate on that and get attention from people? Sometimes I don't know, and then I kind of the line is blurred. Should I go for it? Should I not? That's when it comes to really answering how's it going question. If I ask Bob how's it going, Bob is like, I'm pretty good. He's really having good life. I'm very jealous. If I can choose, I want to be like him. I don't have to work. All I need to do is to be cute, and everybody loves me, and everybody gives me a treat. Everybody plays with me, kisses me. You know, um, what a wonderful life. Anyway, so then we were talking about how's it going here, and then I've been thinking about my not my life. It sounds very dramatic. I've been thinking about what I've done recently, and I felt like I actually achieved nothing. I used to be very productive, and I feel like I have to do certain things, or I have to learn certain things every day to keep up with I don't know even who, but I feel like if I don't learn, then I fall behind. but then I haven't done that for a while. I used to take writing courses on Coursera. I said that many times. Then I finished that part and even thought about taking courses like sociology or things like that. So something different to give me a thing to do. But then I've been very, very lazy that I just can't pick up anything, can't think, I can't even read, just can't focus. Uh, I felt guilty. I really felt guilty. I felt like I accomplished nothing. Every day on my phone, watching videos, on TV, watching videos. And by the time I go to sleep, what did I do the whole day? Well, teach and watch videos. I know it's not a very healthy lifestyle, just because, or it's not very good for your brain, because when you stop thinking, when you stop learning, everything gets rusty, and then it's going to be very hard for you to pick up what you used to do. Same here, and I do notice that, especially when it comes to making videos, I feel like I'm running out of topics. It's not like there is no topic to talk about. There definitely plenty, but I stop thinking, when I see the topic, when I listen to podcasts or watch a interesting video, I stop thinking about those kind of things. Then I don't have any ideas about it. If I don't have my ideas or comments or opinions, what am I going to talk about? I was listening to a podcast called When It's a Time to Quit. And I was, oh, it's such a good topic. I'm going to listen to it and get inspired to have some ideas so I can share with you guys. But when I was listening to it, I just could not get into it. I feel like I got lost. It's either their problem that they didn't really focus on the topic, or I was just not paying attention to it. I could not to grasp the gist of the whole thing. I was really trying so hard. I was like, what are they trying to say? Did they really talk about when to quit or something like that? And then I started to think about myself. I'm like, am I quitting? Well, a lot of people now talk about quiet quitting. I feel like it's a part of a quiet quitting. Am I quitting learning? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Then I start to think, have I given myself too much pressure on, moving forward or going fast or something like that? Or I need a break, even though this break has been very long, but I need it. But then I start to worry about, if I'm giving myself such a long break, would I come back and start to pick up my pace and be myself again? Something that bothers me, something that worries me, but I still couldn't figure out whether quitting is a good idea or not. Again, quitting doesn't mean that you're going to quit that forever and go totally turkey, but quitting can be temporary. When quitting is a temporary, well, you don't know when you're going to pick it up, then quitting can be forever. So that's something I've been thinking a lot. I feel like, um, what do you worry about the most? At the, how am I going to say that? Is what you worry at your 20s is different from what you worry at your 30s. I used to be like, I'm so worried that I'm going to let my parents down, right? I can't be that kid. I don't have good marks. I don't have a good job, or I don't have this. So there's going to be something that they don't like about me. But now I feel like I'm not worried about that anymore, because I know I'm really good. Confidence. I know I'm really good, but then I'm worried that if I stop here, but I'm a good part will stay here forever, then there's always going to be someone who's better than you. Wouldn't I feel threatened, in a good way, right? So I feel like, wow, eventually you're not going to be good because you stop learning. But learning is such a painful thing. You just sometimes want to take a break. So that has been stuck in my mind for a while. I'm trying to figure out. And again, my colleague gave me a book. He said, "Oh yeah, go read the book. I remember you mentioned that. I have the third one. I finished the first two." I'm like, "Wow, that's probably like a couple years ago." I don't even know if I can read or not. But while talking to you guys now, I feel sleepy. And yeah, that is something. I kind of want to mention, and I don't know if you guys have the time, have things like that, like you feel very, very not productive, but also feel very guilty being not productive, right? That's me. I do feel guilty of not doing anything, and especially like today's conference day, I'm supposed to stay online and learn a lot, and that was my plan. But then I feel very lazy, and I want to do video, and I feel like I'm not learning things while other people are learning things. That just really got me. And but you know what? I kind of want to do video, so that's why I decided to sit here and start to talk. I hope you guys are still with me. I noticed that I've lost a lot of subscribers, which is fine. I don't really check the numbers anymore. But I really hope the original group of you guys are still there, and because that's when you start to support me, when you are the first people who like this style, and you're the reason that I continue. So I really hope those people are still with me. Of course, if you just follow me, again, I'm being very selfish and being myself that I don't really make changes. I don't do this for money or for business. I do this for fun. So as long as I can keep going, I will continue with this style. So there's no subtitles or other things. I do got a comment saying that, well, it's hard to balance. You want this, you also want that. I do notice that there's. I'm a very conflicting person. Of course I want both, but I realize I can. Then I pick one that I can do. That's just me. Anyway, so let's not just shift to a totally different direction. Let's just call it a day and stop right here. I will continue make videos, but might not be that very often. I will do my best, and I did record a video about my life update, but I'm still debating if I'm gonna post it or not. So let me think about it. Otherwise, I hope you are enjoying your day and stay tuned. Take care.